Very excited. Sorry for the delay of our start. We had some meetings around, but I welcome all of you once again to the first special Tuesday of the month of November. As usual, our regular discussion is here tonight, and then this evening we're doing one solid hour of serious discussion. Our problem for today is simple, and everywhere you are, tell a friend to tell a friend. It is the Relationship School with Counselor George Lutterodt. The Relationship School with Counselor George Lutterodt, right down here on Counselor Lutterodt's page. My friends, my loved ones, all of you, tell your friends we are here. And today is going to be a big discussion. Let me first give credit to my clothing line, Bodyline Clothing, for my suits, shirts, tie, and everything that I wear. I want to say a big thank you to all of them. Thank you all for being part of our support. And also let me say a big thank you to all my fans on Facebook, all of you who have been following me, all of you who have been posting my videos, who have been sharing. I say a big thank you to all of you. Let me also say a big thank you to the rest of you who have been giving us support for the foundation, Counselor Lutterodt Foundation. Thank you so very much. Let me encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Counselor George Lutterodt. Subscribe to it, and let's make the Relationship and Marriage School a big thing, and we will enjoy it. This year, by the grace of God, Orgasm Conference New York is coming on the 1st of December, or December 1st, like you people say in New York, US. You bring the month first. So December 1st is going to happen at Park Banquet Hall, 4229 Bronx, New York. And then back to Ghana on 25th day of December is going to be the Orgasm Conference, Accra. And by the grace of God, we shall bring knowledge to bear. I'm just about to release the story. So call a friend now. Tell a friend the story of the week is here. The problem we are going to solve. As I keep telling you, if you also have any problem that you want us to discuss and bring our minds out, we are ready for it. But right now, share the page. Faith, you know, when I start like this, I can mention your name and welcome you. Thank you so much, Faith, for coming. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We are here. Counselor Lutterodt is in, and I'm just about to narrate the story for today. Ama agrodi ayede ebrada bia fiti no nsia ekono ye tenase edidi ye ho komo obi di na asem ba ne enso ye yaye asem kese bi ne yesua bibi afim enne enkomo a ye di wa ha no nyame adom ekoyi amayen na ye nkomo ne de ya kese bi pa ewo ye nua ba bi akomam a ohun anamo a ese otu enti ye bedi hu nkomo ne nyina de ya adwen ba wa bi ato da no. Last week, we shared our heart out and they solve you big problem. A banner say, young quine eating come on. And the wow, Mrs. Sia or United States of America. Siciano, I have 5 hours, and the boy who has Siciano. We are premato, United States of America, dear. And I say, Mamunina arching, we are with so Yanko Point Shida, Nadom, and Tomaso. It's an afternoon within the areas that we're talking about. And I want to say, thank you so much if you've just joined me and you're part of the story for today. Greetings to all of you. Prince, thank you so much. Prince GH, thank you and welcome. Faith again. We are welcome, Faith. Thank you so much. Tell a friend and share. The best thing you can do is share the page so that friends can come. As I begin to tell you the story, this is our Relationship and Marriage School. This school is a school that we all come to learn from. I come to learn as well too. So everywhere you are, get ready for Counselor Lutterodt and our conversation. A young lady who is married for 2 solid years. Actually, 1 year, 6 months is the spectrum of the marriage. 1 year, 6 months is how long they have been married. And within the length of the marriage, it's also only PP, one of the great, fantastic people in the building just came to picture. Bismarck. Thank you so much for coming around, Bismarck. Thank you very much. Kofi Kombeson and his group of people. Kwame Miki, thank you so much for joining us. Nanama, hi. Wow, which Nanama? Hey, Nanama Jane. Wow. Thank you so much for joining us. I mean, we are doing 1 hour today. Today is purely 1 hour. It's 2:15 in Atlanta. Yes, the times will vary in different places. Atlanta, thank you so much for giving us the time in Atlanta. But a young lady who has been married for 1 year and 6 months and 2 weeks. They have a son who is exactly almost 1 year, and it's 1 year 2 months. Is that right? Yes, this is only 1 year or something. They have a child, and their married has been 1 year. They are almost hitting 2 years. Yes, they are almost hitting 2 years. 1 year 8 months or 1 year 9 months something. The challenge they're having right now is that the woman was a banker. She studied what we call banking and finance. And within, Chocho, thank you so much. Within the, Yvonne, thank you so much. Zulan, thank you so much. The banking and Francisca, banking and finance. So the story is that she was in a bank before she got married to another banker. And the husband then made it clear to her that during her pregnancy moment after marriage, she should quit from what we call the marriage or quit from the job she was doing. So she left the banking business and came home, went through the system, delivered a child, and began to take care of the child. Mamia, thank you. So she was now a homemade product, not with anybody around anymore, but she was now a housewife. Let me put it that way. The husband's work was going on, and all of a sudden, the husband's bank collapsed by the business and financial crunch that His Excellency the President is restructuring the banking system. So the husband has lost his job as a result of the bank issues that happened. The house they were living in was part of the asset of the bank. The car the husband was driving was part of the assets of the bank. So Operation Recover Debt came to collect the car from the husband and were given time to move out of the house because that's what the law was passed and it affected them. So right now, they had no place to live. The woman has no job to do. The husband too has no job to do. The small money the husband has fell on his parents, especially the mother and the siblings. He's the only boy but has 2 sisters. So they gathered their money with their mother's money, and the last money he had, he added it to it, and they rented an apartment for them. The house they rented to was a chamber and a hall with toilet and bath out because it's a compound house. They are able to manage it and they are living in that particular place. And recently, about 3 months now, the mother-in-law visited because he was not well and must see a physician in Accra. And 3 months now, the mother-in-law is not going again. Her problem is that she is suffering with the mother-in-law at home. The mother-in-law is helpful and at the same time a burden. The husband is not ready to talk about it, but she is suffering with what is going on. What is really going on is that right now she's a breadwinner for the house. And because they have got a 3rd or a 4th month, it's not been easy at all. Always going to her parents to collect money to come and run the house. The mother came in and the attitude is like, I've rented a place for my son, so I have the right to be here. The husband too doesn't feel comfortable to see the mother sleeping on the mattress on the floor or on the cloth on the floor. So what he did was that the lady is now sleeping with the mother-in-law on the bed, and the husband is sleeping in the couch. So their child, the grandmother and the mother, which is the mother-in-law and their child, is the one sleeping on the bed, and their father and husband and son sleeps in the couch. Thank you very much. Thank you, Nana. Nanaku, well, we are still working and we are still learning, so definitely we have a lot of people like that. But we will still continue teaching what we have to say because we learn a lot from them. Thank you so much. The issue is very simple. That right now the young lady sleeps with the mother-in-law on the same bed with their child. The husband sleeps in the couch. Now, what they are facing is that no sex for 3 months now. Actually, she resumed sex and they've not had time. So for more than 5 months now, no sex. But the 3 months has been very difficult because the mother is around and they don't know how to have sex, where to have sex, and they don't have the means to go anywhere. Feeding has become a big problem because right now she's spending all the money to make sure that food is available in the house, especially because of the mother-in-law. Herself and her husband can decide to be eating the same food for a week, nothing will happen. But because of the mother-in-law, she has to be able to do variety in the house. She gave me an instance of where the mother-in-law wanted fufu, and she, after complication of delivery, doesn't pound fufu anymore, so they do fufu powder. But the mother-in-law insists that he doesn't eat fufu powder, so she went for the cassava just to please the mother-in-law, but was waiting for the husband to come so they will pound and eat. But the husband didn't come, and the mother-in-law asked why. I told the mother-in-law, this is the reason I can't pound. And the mother-in-law goes like, when she was like her, she was pounding with one hand and cooking one hand, but explained to the mother-in-law it didn't go down well. That one alone too became a crime. And the house is full of confusion right now. This is her problem. She's asking, what should be the relationship between a daughter-in-law and a mother-in-law, especially your husband's mother? What should be the relationship? The husband right now is not talking. He's not really ready to talk about what is going on. But the girl too lost communication with the father because when she resigned from the workplace, from the bank, because of marriage, his father was so furious and angry that they were not in talking terms anymore. When the father believed that my daughter should still be able to pursue the work she came to, your fees were paid for. But unfortunately for her, she didn't understand because the husband says quit, and she quitted from the job she was doing just to please the husband. But the father was not in good terms. So right now, all the money she's getting is from her mother. And once a while, in anger, the father will give money, and so the house is not happy. Her family is not happy with her. She's not ready to quit from the marriage and go and sit with the mother and father because already they are not happy with what is happening. And the husband is also trying to look for a job, but it's difficult as a banker to get a job now. This is the honest truth. For those of you who are not in Ghana, it's difficult now to get a job as a banker in this country because majority of the banks have been emerged and the quantity of staff they need didn't increase, even though they emerged all the banks, brought them to 7 banks and consolidated them. They didn't need all of them. Commercial bank didn't need new staff because it's still the same banks, the same size of places, and nothing much happened. So a lot of people have lost their jobs. So this thing is real story of our sister. Now her confusion is that she wants to sack her mother-in-law from the house. She wants to sack the mother-in-law from the house. Oh, Susan, thank you so much. May God bless you and maintain whatever shape that He has brought you. She wants to sack the mother from the house, the mother-in-law from the house, so she can run her family. But her husband is not ready to go through that angle. The husband is not ready to sack the mother from the house because the husband too believes that my mother, has contributed to we having what we call a place to sleep. Our problem tonight is that what should be the relationship between a mother-in-law and a daughter-in-law? Should they be close friends? Should they work as in-laws level? Should they be able to sit and chat about what their son is going through? Should you report issues that happens between you and your husband to your husband's father or mother? Or you have to report issues to your own mother? Friends, this lady wants to have a solution to her problem. What should she do? Is it right to sleep on your matrimonial bed with your mother-in-law? Not your mother. There are two things here. If my wife is sleeping on a matrimonial bed with her mother, it's a different story. But here is the case that she's supposed to go through the process of sleeping with the mother-in-law. They are sleeping on the same bed. And the husband thinks he's doing the right thing. This is not a self-contained home. This one is a chamber and hall, whilst the toilet and the bath is out. So the people in the compound house knows the story. Well, Mamiya says that Mother-in-law has to go. That's Mommy S point. But who is going to tell mother-in-law to leave the house? Because the son too knows that he's the responsibility of the mother. And the mother-in-law contributed to the way they are renting. But she's become a nuisance in that house. The girl says they have to do breakfast because the mother-in-law is there. There are so many things that they are doing because the mother-in-law is there. If they are the two of them alone, they will spend some money. And the money is not coming from anywhere. It's coming from her mother. Mother-in-law must go. Hey, Mommy A's point is strong. She says mother-in-law must go. Why? Tell us why mother-in-law must go. Because mother-in-law is part of the marriage. Is assisting in taking care of his son. Or his grandson, to be precise. Never, it's never. She has to go. Hey, it's Helen, you are a woman. Put yourself in that context. So I will never allow that. Not for her to even sit on the bed. What are you talking about? She can't sit on the bed? Where from that one too? That's serious. I mean, it's getting heated here because, okay, I will never allow that. Not for her to even sit on the bed. Mahabina is saying that she will not even allow the mother-in-law to even sit on their matrimonial bed. I mean, what we are talking about here is that your husband is the one who says that let me leave the bed for you and my mother to sleep. So what if, my question now, what if your husband says sleep on the floor and let me sleep on the bed with my mother? Or where you see that your husband and the mother are sleeping on the floor, how comfortable will you see your mother-in-law lying on the floor? What of that one too? Well, if the husband is not ready to tell the mother to leave, then the wife needs to find a nice way to tell the mother-in-law to leave, to go. Simple. That's Nana. Nana Ama says that if the man is not ready to tell the mother to go, the wife should be able to tell the mother-in-law in a nice way. What is called nice way? Who has right over the mother-in-law? Is it the son or the wife? Because the wife is not the breadwinner of the house. And the man's mother knows that the daughter-in-law is the breadwinner of the house. And the mother-in-law has not complained where he's sleeping. Share the page. Share the page. If you've gone through a personal experience, share with us. Or you know a friend who has gone through that same experience. Let's all learn by so do. We want to get solution tonight. Please, she has to go. I'm married to her son and not her. Never will I allow her to spend the night one day on the bed. Never. Wow. That's serious too. The mother-in-law is sleeping with the daughter-in-law and their grandchild on the same bed, and the husband is sleeping on the floor. That is why you always say that you must stand on your feet before thinking of marriage. What is this inconvenience? Well, Francisca, this inconvenience is great and big. Because the man has lost his job, and he's lost his job because the bank he works with has been collapsed down in Ghana, and the building belongs to the bank, and they have to sell the building. He doesn't have what it takes. The money he has is what has gone through to assist them to rent a place, and what they have rented is not even chamber and hall self-contained. It's chamber and hall, but the toilet and bath are outside. So they are living a normal life. And according to the wife, when she was speaking to me, said this is her first time ever living in a compound house. She has never lived in a compound house before. But for the sake of love, she has decided to be with where she is. So she loves her husband. Honestly speaking, no matter what is going, she's loved. But she thinks that the mother-in-law is becoming a bigger problem for it. Okay, I just joined. What is the story? The story is very simple tonight, Sarah. The story is that a young woman who is married to the husband was a former banker and have to resign because of pregnancy and their child. The husband told him resign and come and stay home. But all of a sudden, the husband has lost his job because the bank has collapsed. The house they are living in belongs to the bank. The government have come for the bank, the accommodation, they've come for the car. The mother-in-law, who is the boy's mother, and the sister has gathered money to go and rent a chamber and hall for them with the toilet outside and bathroom outside. But the mother-in-law for 3 months now has come to live with them and is sleeping with the mother-in-law on the same bed with their grandchild or with the son. And she's not feeling comfortable. They are not able to have sexual intercourse. The husband doesn't have money right now, so she goes to her mother and father, collects money to come and cook for the house. And the mother-in-law is not having any sign of showing that she should leave. Her question is that who should tell the mother-in-law should go? That she has the right to tell the mother-in-law to leave them so that they can have their freedom, because the mother-in-law is causing higher financial demands in that house according to the woman. So if you just join us, that's the story we are sharing tonight. So we are asking that what is the position of the mother-in-law in the house? Is the mother-in-law doing a wrong thing? Coming to the son, is it wrong to come to your son? Coming to sleep, is it wrong? Is it wrong for you to sleep on the same bed with your mother-in-law? That's the first question. Is there anything wrong when you decide to sleep on the same bed that you sleep with your husband, with your mother-in-law? Not your mother as a woman, but we are talking about your son's mother. Is there anything wrong with it? And majority of people saying that this woman must leave the house. They say she has to leave. She has to leave and leave them alone in the marriage. But where we are right now, who should sack the mother? Should I sack my mother to go? Where will my mother go to? My mother is not where she has come to visit 3 months, and how much at all is my mother going to eat? How much at all is she going to eat? So don't you think that it's wrong, Pa? What is wrong, Pa? Tell us what is wrong. No, is there anything wrong when my mother comes to live in the house? This is the son of this woman. And my wife have seen, madam, you have seen clearly that when I got into this distress moment where I didn't have money to rent, my mother and my sisters came to our rescue, and that's where we are living right now, was rented by them. So if my mother has come and is lying on the bed with you, what is she doing? Is she killing you? Is the lady not asking too much, not sharing with the mother-in-law? What is wrong in sleeping on the same bed with your mother-in-law? Is there anything wrong with it? Let's share the ideas. They should leave and go to stay in the village and leave the house for the mother-in-law. Madam. The husband should tell his mom to go. So it's the husband's duty. So why can't the man talk? Well, right now I don't know why the man cannot talk. Maybe because the place was rented by A2 TV channel. Thank you so much for joining us today. A2 TV is a TV program that happens in the United States of America on Facebook, and they discuss a lot of things. A lot of issues goes on there. Make sure you join their hosts, the male and the female, and then let's enjoy their program that happens 5 p.m. every Saturday, New York time. So look at New York time and look at Ghanaian time. Join them on Facebook, A2 TV channel, and then you will never regret you join them. And they are always good, holding our back. And they are doing adverts for us very, very much, because the foundation, the chairperson of the foundation, is part of their team. So they are doing a good advert for Councillor Lutterodt Foundation, and that's a big one. So share the page with a friend and further. She should relax because he has lost his job, and the guy is trying to make it. You, the wife, what have you contributed to him to help the guy based on the fact that he has lost his job? Wow. Derek says that she has to relax. Well, Derek, remember that right now the man doesn't have what it takes to run the house. It's the woman who is running the house. And because the man asked the woman to resign from her banking and finance, the woman has nothing. So she too right now, she's relying on her family, collecting money from her mother and father and siblings to come and take care of the man in the house. Because the man's family too don't have, because the money they have also added to their son's money to rent a place for them. So the girl's contribution there is that she's the one running the house, and she's not the breadwinner of that house. And she's not complaining when she's feeding only the husband and their child. But her complaint is that the mother-in-law's presence is causing more financial troubles to her than it was. Some mother-in-laws have got something under their eyes. Oh, do you want to say the woman is a witch? I beg you, because the woman rather is saying that the girl says that after the day of the fufu, the mother-in-law says that he has destroyed the husband's work. She's the reason why the husband has been sacked from the workplace. And it's not like that because the bank has collapsed. The mother-in-law needs to leave to bring peace in the home. Unfortunately, what is happening, the mother-in-law have not seen anything wrong with what she's doing. She believes that I've come to my son's place and I help my son to acquire where he is. That is how I see the mother-in-law behaving. You understand? It says things happen in life, especially in marriage. When she was not working, the husband provided without complaining. So she should stop complaining about she's taking care of them. With the mother-in-law, she will leave, so I will expect her to exercise patience. The husband is going through a lot right now, so please don't expect him to say something. Don't expect him to say something, please. That's somebody's point. What's the name? That's somebody's point. Faith says that the woman should relax. She shouldn't. The husband cannot say anything now. There's nothing wrong with the mother-in-law visiting, but staying for 3 months, at them. No one needs to tell her to leave. She should leave. She must think. When I was about delivering, my mother-in-law was to come take care of me because my mom isn't around, and other apartment is 2 rooms, and our apartment is 2 rooms, self-contained. I had in mind I will sleep with my mom-in-law in our bedroom. Wow, this is somebody's story. Who is that? Who wrote that to us? Let me go and see. Okay, Nanaku says that when she was about to deliver, she was having a plan to sleep with the mother-in-law. Even when I opened, okay, so that's what she did. Let me finish reading. She has a reason that when she was about to deliver, she would want her mother-in-law to come because the mother was not there. Realized that my man, sorry, I think I'm reading the thing from, okay. Be sleeping with my mother-in-law in our bedroom, in our room because of the baby. Because my husband won't be able to help me at dawn with the baby. So my husband sleeps with our first daughter in the other room. But I didn't share it with him. Though. So when the time came, the decision my husband made surprised me and made me realize he is man enough and knows boundaries for me, for his mom. He told me his mom will sleep in the other room and he will sleep with the baby, and I realized the decision. Okay, the head was until now his mother has never entered our bedroom before. Okay, even when I am at the bath and the baby is crying, even when I open the door open tells me to close the door. Not because his mom or my mom-in-law is a bad person. We live happily in our home, in our house. My mom-in-law is the best. She knows her boundaries too. Okay. So her story is that the husband made it clear when she thought she was going to sleep with the mother-in-law, so because of the baby, the husband made it clear that the baby rather will be sleeping with their mother somewhere. And up to date, they are living together. The mother-in-law has never entered their matrimonial home before, their matrimonial bedroom before, because the husband would never allow that. And the mother-in-law knows her boundaries, that even when she's bathing, they can't go in there to go and carry the child. That is her story for us, Nanaku. Please, she is pretending. She is a woman, and she's a woman and a mother. That is the more reason she should know with her sense and leave the house. Derek say, I support you. He says, Jifa says, good evening, Daddy. This is your daughter, Evelyn. Okay. I think this situation, the wife needs to talk to the husband for him to tell the mother to leave. The question is, where was the mother-in-law living before? The mother-in-law was living in their hometown, but because she was not well, that's why she came down to see the son. And the question is, where was he living before the visit? Mother-in-law between husband and wife are not mother, son and daughter-in-law. This is so inconvenient, very annoying. Wow. Living with old people is a bit difficult because they hardly understand anything you are saying. So she should take it easy and manage the situation. It's because and manage the situation. If things are that difficult, I don't think there is anything. Francisca, it is only in Ghana where a woman must quit her job when she is pregnant. Look, women look sharp. Look, women look sharp. Women, be independent. Don't even quit your job because there is a child. If the woman was to be working, she would have help in such a case. Marriage is teamwork. Stop asking for help when you give birth. You can work things out yourself. Men, be helpful, and the women can work when he has a baby. I want to ask the mother-in-law that if her daughter were to be in the same situation, what kind of advice will she give? That's somebody's own. Why do some mom-in-laws make that name look evil? Make the name look evil. But that isn't the issue. I blame the man. He should be man enough to set boundaries for his mom. Well, Nanaku says that the problem is the man. The man should set boundaries for the mom. So, the question is that, is there anything wrong when you sleep with your mother-in-law on the same bed? Specifically your matrimonial bed. Because right now the woman is saying that it's not just the presence of the woman in the house, but now she is sharing her matrimonial bed with the mother-in-law. And that is another case altogether. So she's asking, is there anything right? Is there anything spiritually wrong in sleeping on the same bed with your mother-in-law? We are learning. It is only in Ghana where a woman must quit her job. Okay, I think I read that one. I don't know if there's any other one coming down again. Yeah, share the page for us. Share the page. Let's share the page. I think today is difficult reading the thing. I don't know if it's because of the background I'm having today. Okay, but it's still clear. So is it wrong to sleep on the same bed with her? Why do some mother-in-laws make that name look evil? Okay, I think I've read this before. No man would tell me to stop my job. Never. Well, that is what somebody says. No one would tell me to stop my job. Never. Never will somebody tell me to stop my job. I go say, if the mother-in-law came cause she was sick, that's also another case. But after 3 months, is she okay or what? Cause a wife depending on her parents to feed them all in sometimes. Oh, does the mother-in-law have any home anywhere, or she got nowhere to live? The mother-in-law is in the village and has come to Accra to come and visit my son and see the doctor and my grandchild. So our question is that, is it wrong for the mother-in-law? If you're also a mother-in-law, how comfortable is it for you to share the same bed with your in-law? How comfortable are you to be sharing your son's matrimonial bed with her wife? How comfortable would you feel when your wife, your son's wife, is snoring or is sharing the same apartment with you? How comfortable are you when you see that your son is sleeping in the sitting room, so he gives way for you and the wife to sleep in the bedroom? How comfortable are you when you realize that your son didn't even have what it takes to come and rent a place, but you have to come and then assist them? So are you thinking as a mother-in-law what your son is going through? So as we speak right now, the girl wants to understand if she should approach the mother-in-law. So my first question has been that, is it right for a mother-in-law to share the same matrimonial bed with a daughter-in-law? Is there anything wrong when you're sleeping on the same bed with your mother-in-law, especially your matrimonial bed? Is there anything wrong with it? Help me. Is there anything wrong with it? Because the lady is suffering, sleeping on the same bed with the mother-in-law, and she thinks that it's not fair. It's not fair at all. That's what she's thinking. That it's not fair that she will sleeping on the same bed, see the husband sleeping in the sitting room in the couch, and sleeping with the mother-in-law on the same bed. So she's asking, is there anything wrong with it? And I also want to ask, is there anything wrong with it? That we'll find, I find my wife sleeping with my mother on the same bed, and I'll be sleeping on the floor because I can't leave my mother to sleep on the floor. Is there anything wrong when I ask my mother to sleep on the floor so I can enjoy the bedroom with my wife? Is there anything wrong with it? If a mother-in-law is in a relationship, what should be her role? Should she see the grounds, if the grounds is not fertile and things are not normal? Should she not be smart to see that if feeding has become difficult in that house? Because what we are talking about right now is that the woman is complaining not because she's wicked, but because constantly she has to go to her parents to go and take money to come and take care of their home. And they are forcing to do a lot of things because the mother-in-law is there. I think they are forcing to take breakfast. They are forcing to cook meal every day because the mother-in-law has come. And if you don't treat your mother-in-law well, your mother-in-law will end up not seeing your value in the life of the son. So the lady trying to please the mother-in-law is normal. It's not evil. It's normal because at the end of the day, your mother-in-law looks up to you to be providing and becoming the wife of the house. And your duty for cooking food in that house is part of your wifeship. So I don't think the mother-in-law is asking for too much. As for that one, I don't think so. I think that is the right thing for the mother-in-law to request for what he wants from the daughter-in-law. There shouldn't be anything wrong with that one. But right now, who should speak? Should she approach the mother-in-law? If yes, how should she approach her? The husband has turned into drinking. So how do you tell your husband to come? And according to her, when she complained about the husband's drinking behavior, the mother-in-law told her straight that she's the reason why the husband has lost the job, and that's why he's drinking. What should be the relationship between us and our mother-in-law? This is the second question I'm asking. What should be the relationship between us and our mother-in-laws? They are our in-laws. What should be the relationship? How should we relate to them? How should we see them? What should be the modalities between the two of us in the house? Should we be friends? Should we get to a point where we can have a chat? Somebody says that if this girl was a friend to, to the mother-in-law, it could have been easy. How easy will it be? It could have been easy because once it's your friend, you can tell her anything about it, and the two of you feel comfortable lying on the same bed and nothing will happen. Do you understand? Well, their relationship was a normal one. Mother and daughter relationship, like mother and daughter-in-law relationship. They are not people who are sleeping. See, that isn't right for the mother-in-law to sleep on their matrimonial bed. The in-law needs to be asked someone, does it help? Okay, so you say it's wrong. It's wrong. What was the relationship with the... Okay, they were normal people. I asked the same question. Are they very close people? And then he said, okay. He says, this issue isn't about mother-in-law. Mother-in-law. It's about the man's mom who is a bad person, because a good mom-in-law will know things are not good in the house. Well, that's somebody's own. I don't blame the mother-in-law. We all love our mothers. But the man have to set the boundaries for the mother. He should just call the mother and say, Mom, I love you very much, but you are going too far. Well, this is somebody's own. So we are saying that if you are saying that it is wrong for you to share your matrimonial bed with your mother-in-law, the other question I ask is that what should be the relationship between you and your mother-in-law as a wife? Because I think that where I sit, the problem and the answers I'm seeing might not be the same like you're seeing them. But I want to hear your mind today. If you've experienced anything like that, how did you solve it? Where mother-in-laws have become the magagias in the marriage, where mother-in-laws have taken the center space of the marriage you are going through, you have to satisfy mother-in-law than your husband. Right now, if your mother-in-law is satisfied, then your husband automatically will become satisfied. That is where we're looking at right now. But this particular young lady is confused because she says she's tired of taking care of the house, especially when the mother-in-law is involved, and chooses what to eat, chooses what to drink, chooses what she wants to say. So at the end of the day, she becomes a quiet fugitive down there and doesn't have anything to say. Maybe the lady should lack looking for a new job. Sorry, somebody says that Gloria says that the lady should start looking for a new job. Well, that's somebody's point. He says the lady should start looking for a new job. So as I said, I'm doing 1 hour today. So as we conclude, I started at 7 o'clock today. I'm closing very early today. As we conclude, should the girl confront the mother-in-law? And if yes, how should she say it? Because as for the husband is not ready to go and say anything for the mother to be offended because the house was rented in conjunction with the mother-in-law. I mean, the challenge is that they paid for the money together for 2 years. My mother-in-law and I click more than my mom. And I, that my mom and I. My mother-in-law is always behind me. Somebody is telling us that the mother-in-law is always behind her, so she's close with the mother-in-law. Share your mind with me as I wrap up today, and I'll tell you my own. Well, if you want my side of the story, the challenge is that because we need to understand the relationship between a mother-in-law and a daughter-in-law. The reason why my wife and my mother-in-law have something in common is because of me. I am the law. Between me and my wife, I am the law. And I determine what the law does between the two of them. So my wife and my mother cannot become friends. They can't be friends. It's the last thing they should become. Is there any crime for her to move back to her dad's house? Oh yes. Why is she going to do it in her dad's house? When she leaves to the dad's house, my sister, then the marriage is coming to an end. I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from. She's ready to stay in her marriage and work on it. So going to the mother's house is what you're going to do there. Till everything is settled so that she comes back. Okay. Susie says that go so that when everything is settled, you come back into your house. Counselor, you look tired today. Hope you are good. No, I'm good. But today I just wanted to hear your side. That's why I'm relaxed. It's not my usual. Is it I look tired? I just want to see mother-in-law with dead conscience. Oh, don't say that to the mother-in-law. What's dead conscience here? There's no sign in the house showing that they are resenting her stay. Once I tell you, you say you're here with you, Emma will cover, we be and say you're here with you. I think that the sleeping of the bed is not too good. The woman and her mother can sleep on the same bed, but your mother-in-law with you on the same bed, I don't buy it. I think it's a wrong move. That one is a wrong move. But the solution right now is that the girl has no right to talk to the mother-in-law. She has no right to talk to the mother-in-law. Let's get that one straight. The right to talk to your mother-in-law it's always reserved in your husband. The same way like your wife's mother, you can only address your wife's mother through your wife, because the in-law is that you, the one in the middle, you are the law. So you cannot operate with your mother without the law, and the law is the one who is in the middle. So your husband must be the one who can tell the mother to leave. But how do you approach your husband? How do you talk to your husband? Not all mother-in-laws are the same. Some are, Hey, what is Namia, what is It is not a duty of the lady to talk to the mother-in-law, but rather the husband. Yes, so I'm saying that right now, the husband must stand up. But if the husband will stand up, the wife should talk to the husband about what is going on. But how would the husband to feel when you tell him that, Charlie, I think that I can't feed you and your mother anymore because the way I get the money from is getting finished or is getting elapsed or something? How would the husband to take it? The lady should inform any person, any elder person in the man's family and address the issue. That is worse, I think. I mean, if you take this trouble out of the family house right now, it's worse. But if her conscience isn't dead, she should know she is creating inconvenience without seeing any sign from her daughter-in-law. Well, you see, what is the inconvenience that the mother-in-law is creating? That I've come to my son's house. My son says that sleep on the same matrimonial bed with my wife. And my wife has never shown any form of resentment that I don't like to sleep with my mother-in-law on the same bed. So why are you saying that the mother-in-law is not having conscience? She has conscience. She thinks she's welcome. There are times you live in people's homes, you think you are welcome, and they don't want to show you clearly that you are not welcome. So I think that the problem right now is very simple. That this young lady we are discussing here doesn't have right to talk to the mother-in-law. And this is not just to the young lady. If you're watching me right now on Facebook, remember that you don't have any right of your mother-in-law. You don't have that right. The right is constantly reserved between the law. So who is the law? I am the law between you and your mother-in-law. So I'm the one who can talk to my mother about something. And be careful you don't fight your husband when they are talking to your mother-in-law or they are talking to their mothers. So your husband should refer to the mother. Which means that when there's any issue in any form of marriage that we are going through, it is not our duty to constantly, go and tell the man's husband. Because if there's a problem, counselor, for me, I disagree with you for saying the lady can't tell the mother-in-law to leave. Yes, she can't. Focus. The lady cannot tell mother-in-law to leave. Who is she? She has not gotten that right. She can't tell mother-in-law to leave. The only person who can tell mother-in-law to leave is your mother, your husband, but not you. Why should you go and tell your mother-in-law to leave? Why do you want to create trouble for yourself? I mean, the mother-in-law is sleeping now. What is your problem? So I think that it is not her duty to go and say it. Her husband must address the mother and find wisdom to address the mother to leave the house. But if you, this girl, want to go and say it, when you go and say it, you'll be disgraced. Play the role as if what even they're going to tell her, you're not happy about it. That is just a pretentious behavior. But you don't have a right. But I think the woman should know how to talk to his husband. Draw his attention and give your husband a very good reason. She should not she is not supposed to talk to her mother-in-law, but the husband is the best condition. That is right. Talk to your husband about what is going on. And that is where you need to seek for counseling to know how to talk to your husband for what is going on, so that you don't also go and then create wounds and create bruises in the heart of your husband. You don't also have to go there for your husband to lose reasons why he should give you a reason why your mother must leave the house. I mean, go and talk to your mother once you know this is what is happening, and then let's take it from that particular angle. It's better for you to do it in that way. I don't know what's about your mind, but I'm thinking that you don't have right to approach your mother-in-law. If there's a problem with me with my wife, I'm supposed to go and tell my mother and my family. The two families have rights to talk to each other the way they want to talk to. But when it comes to me and my wife, I am older than my wife. For that matter, I have a longer way of thinking and a fire way of thinking than her. Not because she doesn't have sense, but I've seen the world before she came. So for me, I don't think you should talk to your mother-in-law, but talk to your husband. And your husband to learn how to talk to your husband, so that your husband's position will not become a deadly position concerning all of you and what you are doing. Ladies and gentlemen, so I think that tonight we have solved the problem for this girl. This girl needs a straight thing. He has to talk to the father, to the husband, and then make it clear. And where your coat cannot reach, don't cut. In the first place, if the lady sees that she can't not stand it, there's nothing that she can do about it. She should be careful that she doesn't lose her faith and lose her talk or anything because of this thing that's happened. She shouldn't lose her mind because of the mother-in-law. She should be able to solve it and sort it out properly so that everything will work together for their thinking and their ability of being there for us as well. I mean, the lady should not talk to the husband with emotions, but must apply wisdom. These must only lie the fact, but not lay the fact, but not seems that the mother-in-law is not welcome, or the husband should do that. I mean, I understand where you're coming from. You have to also be careful that you don't set quarrel that the mother-in-law will leave the house and say, "I'll not come to this your house again." That will also affect you. And you don't have to befriend your mother-in-law so much that when anything happens and they want to do, they have to just come and look for that from your end. Yes, the lady should find a convenience time to talk to the husband. She doesn't have any right to confront her mother-in-law. It's a brilliant thing. I mean, you don't have any right to confront your mother-in-law. Neither do you have rights to confront your father-in-law. You understand? So I think that it is well said. Thank you so much, Francisca. Thank you all for your contribution. Share the page and let others find it. Remember that Counselor Lutterodt Foundation is still seeking for help and support with old clothing. I'm not seeing Esther today, my one and only Esther. Old clothing that are tight on you, old shoes that are tight on you. Please get it together for me. I'm in Ghana. You can ship them up here door to door with my name on it. I'll collect it. Those of you who want to do mobile cash on 055 000 5077 050 055 000 5077 is the MTN mobile money you can use to donate to us to support a worthy cause. This dilemma, as I promised you, we're going to do a tour. We're going to do a tour and a donation to a particular village on the way to Mafi Prayer Camp. We are going there to go and do this serious donation and then help the ladies, the children. Because I went there, what I saw, I was not too happy about what I saw. So let's support with a worthy cause. So when you have old clothing that cannot suit you again, you have old shoes that you can't wear again, please just get them together for me so I can send it to them for them to do their selection and let all things work together for all of us, our good. But tonight, your ideas you have shared with us, they are very, very serious ideas. And I pray that we'll have something better to do with the ideas that we have than it going waste. I mean, because of tribal issues or whatever issues is there. We have to go and help people. Discuss with the man and discuss with me, and I talk to my mother-in-law. The problem was solved without my 100. Okay. I get where you're coming from. My mother-in-law came to UK to visit us, and she stayed and she overstayed. Though I was comfortable, my husband wasn't. So my husband discussed with me, and I talked to my mother, and the problem was solved without my husband. Okay. Somebody just telling us what she did, that she met the husband, spoke to the husband, whatever it is, and then she was giving a number to go and type, deal with all these things. I understand, though I was comfortable, my husband wasn't. So my husband discussed with me and I talk to my mother. So this is the reverse. I think this princess, I think your own is your mother and not your husband's mother. I mean, usually your mothers don't cause trouble like your husband's mother. Every man who has a son is a troublesome mother-in-law in the future. I call them demons in future. But Council Foundation is still requesting for support. Like I said, monetary matter. You can send MTN Momo on the number I call 055-000-5077, or you can send me a Vodafone cash, which is we're also respecting Vodafone cash and receiving it here too as well. And that particular Vodafone cash is simple. 0507 150 223 0507 150 223. I mean, these are basic, comfortable, relaxing moments that we all learn something. Let's learn to live with our in-laws. Your in-law cannot be your friend, and being your in-law being your friend will come and affect you. So make sure that your in-law doesn't become your friend, but you rather befriend them for knowledge and understanding. I am very happy that after this time we have solved the problem for my sister, and if she's also on the line, we say thank you for watching and for listening to all of us. Learn how to live with your in-laws properly. We are not saying they should become your lifetime achievement friends, but I'm saying that learn how to live with them, because we've come a long way to understand what marriage is. So let's enjoy it to the fullest so that God will richly bless us. I mean, as I said, the Tigo Cash is also here, and the Tigo Airtel Cash is 0277 609 644 277 609 644. So in a nutshell and in a believing one, I say, madam, don't go and confront your mother-in-law. Continue what you are doing in grace and enjoy the grace beneficial things that are going on. I don't think there's anything wrong with a mother-in-law sleeping on the matrimonial bed, but it shouldn't be a long time, cause if the visitor in the village and she has only one bedroom, I don't think she. Yes, I understand where you're coming from. When you go a visitor in the village, she too will provide a place for them to sleep over and then whatever it is. So let's learn to treat them well. Ladies and gentlemen, so 0277 609 644. But if you're in the United States of America, 862-571 3950 862-571-3950 is the number for our Zelle account in the United States of America. Please don't ever attack your mother-in-law. You don't have the right to talk to her. It's the son who has the right to talk to her. If your son is insulting the mother in front of you, you don't have the right to insult him, son. Live a long, better life, and I believe that at the end of the day, you become one of the biggest wives that I'll celebrate and give you the award that we are preparing for the reality show that is specifically for the married ones and those who are yearning to get married. I'm very, very excited to be here today. As I said earlier on, we started late today, but the reason is that we are saying that is it right for you to sleep with your matrimonial bed with your mother? The same way, we've got a lot of things, programs that are coming up. You've been all to do whatever it is. So I'm very grateful, and God bless you for staying with me this 1 hour and more before I leave. May God bless you. May He keep you. May He cause your face to shine. May His face shine upon you. May you become victorious in all your activities and all the things that you do. Till I come your way again another time. Stay blessed. But the woman has learned her lessons. Don't talk to your mother-in-law. Rather, let your husband do the talking on your behalf. And don't do anything that they will realize that you are against the business that is going on in the house. God bless you all in-laws. God bless all of you who are struggling to become an in-law. If you're an in-law that you have overstayed your welcome, please leave so that we can enjoy what you are doing. God richly bless you till I see you again. Bye.